Explain, but it's perfect.
Katrina Smith.
Welcome and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. It's August 9th, 2025. I'm Katrina Smith. We have meteorologist Eric Gage in for James this morning. James gets to sleep in a little bit. I can tell the air quality is a little bit better because it was starting to affect me outside. I would get like a little bit of a cough.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't notice it originally, and then, as my windows are down, and all of a sudden my nose gets a little stuffy, and it's not that big of an impact initially, but then you really start to feel it. Yeah. Let's take a look at what's going on right now. First, looking at conditions in the 70s right now, but with quiet conditions across the area. It's still a little hazy, but the air quality will continue to improve. A look at local temperatures this morning across the area: 67 in Inlet, 70 in Dolgeville, 63 in Little Falls. To the south, 63 Sherburne, 66 in Oneonta. But this weekend, the main story, it's going to be very warm and very humid. We're talking upper 80s today, and if you thought that's not warm enough, how about 90 for tomorrow? But mainly dry weather is the key here, so we're not tracking any rainfall. Mainly quiet, again, very warm, very humid. We're looking at that potential heat wave arriving early next week, plus the latest on that wildfire smoke clearing out. All that and more coming up in a few minutes. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. Utica police are asking.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Today is starting out sunny, and I think the main thing, though, there's some notable improvements in the air quality. We take a look outside right now. The sun, of course, is shining. AQI, Air Quality Index, is sitting in the 30s to 50s right now, which is in the good to healthy category right there. But for now, we look at the temperature, and we are still sitting in the low 70s. So, dew point upper 50s, still slightly muggy out there. And on top of that, looking at completely dry conditions. There are a few storms firing up north, but that is going to weaken, and we're not really expecting any storms here today. Again, back to the air quality. Look at that. A lot more green on this map here compared to oranges and reds we saw a few days ago. And we can see this smoke slowly exiting our area. It takes a little bit. I don't think it's going to clear out entirely. The skies will still appear a little hazy, especially by Sunday afternoon. But again, the main thing is if it's a lot safer to breathe, which in this case would be yes. It's going to be a great pool day today. Great boating weather, great just enjoying summer day weather. Temperatures upper 80s to low 90s with humid conditions and a UV index of around 7. So make sure you have that sunscreen handy. So on our Skycast today, early passing clouds, but realistically it's mainly sunny. Temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 80s. Plenty of sun sticks around tonight. Overnight lows fall down into the 50s and 60s. And tomorrow we're back into the upper 80s to low 90s with yet again completely dry weather. Then it looks clear again tomorrow night, and then by Monday we continue that stretch of heat and sunshine with highs approaching near 90 degrees again. So we've got some serious heat on the way and a serious lack of rainfall. And I think some of you might at least be starting to notice it too with the grass on a lot of lawns I've been seeing a little bit on the crunchy side. 87 the high today, very warm tonight. It's clear, low of 62. Your 7-day forecast, look at this. We're in the 80s this weekend, near 90. A potential heat wave, which counts for 3 days above 90 degrees, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's expected with plenty of sunshine as well. And then as we head into the middle of next week, potential for storms, and then temperatures cooling down into the upper 80s. And your trivia question for the weekend right here, it's National Bowling Day. When was bowling first invented?
My
Right ahead.
goodness, it couldn't be BC, could it? So it's got to be, according to Ed, the director, because why else would you put that in there? Let's go with,
Yeah, why would I do that?
all right, let's go with 250 BC, B, maybe. Listen, there's two
okay.
answers.
All right, so here's the thing.
It was invented twice.
So officially, it was invented it had the bowling lanes in New York City in the
wrong
1840s, but apparently there was some discovery in some tomb in Egypt where apparently they were bowling back in the 5,000 BC. So
I mean, the concept of setting things up and knocking them
That's
over.
what I'm saying. So,
I mean,
like,
it's probably been around since the beginning of time.
yeah, so I mean, officially bowling versus, I guess, like primitive bowling.
Yeah.
You're right either way. So.
Or wrong either way.
True.
Thank you so much, Eric. Well, a well-known pizzeria. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith, and we'll get you right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Eric Gage in for James DeFazio. And good, you have my boating forecast up because the weather's perfect for
I was going
it.
to say, a boating legend like Katrina here definitely
Been
wants a
asking
boating
for this
forecast.
for years, everyone.
Yeah, to beat it yesterday, I love, I went boating for the first time in quite a while.
Isn't that great?
A couple of months ago, yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, and you got
Relaxing.
great weather for it too. We've got conditions prime for boating today. Now, yes, it's very warm, so at least very sunny. Pack that sunscreen, but you got great conditions today, Sunday, and into Monday as well. So if you have an extra weekend day, maybe request a day off for Monday to enjoy that heat. But on top of that, something else to look forward to today is this sturgeon full moon. Now, it was technically a full moon last night too. It looked almost full moon anyways, but officially it takes place today. Moonrise takes place at 8:40 and the moon set at 7:18 tomorrow. A live look outside. The main story this week was the wildfire smoke, the haze. And yes, it is improving. Air quality is improving. It's taken its sweet time, but it's slowly doing it. 70 out there in Utica right now. And again, this weekend's looking fantastic weather-wise. I'll go into more detail with that forecast for the next few days coming up in a few minutes. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. President Trump said
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. A beautiful Saturday is expected. On the warm side, though, so enjoy the heat today with a serious lack of rainfall potentially impacting us when it comes to drought concerns. We'll touch upon that as we head into late this weekend and next week. Downtown Utica, live view outside. We got blue skies out there, bluish, I should say. First time in a while we've really seen that color with how hazy the skies have been. 70 out there right now with a dew point of 58. It's rather muggy. So humidity is not going to be terribly high today, but it's going to be noticeable. And that heat definitely noticeable too. Look at the radar and satellite. We're quiet here locally. A few storms firing up near North Bay in Canada, but those storms are not expected to reach our area today. And again, the latest on air quality, you see here a lot more green and a lot more yellows compared to oranges and reds. So air quality continuing to improve to a near healthy category today and tomorrow. We can see that smoke slowly lifting to our north. And yes, it's still going to be a little hazy for the next couple of days. The smoke won't be entirely gone, but the impacts near the surface, massive improvement. And with that improvement on the way, you can spend a lot more time outdoors, especially for those of you who are sensitive to pollutants in the atmosphere. You've got great pool weather, upper 80s to low 90s for not only today, but also for tomorrow. Humid with winds between 3 and 5 miles per hour. UV index is 7, so again, keep that sunscreen handy. But you got great outdoor weather. Enjoy the pool time this weekend. Enjoy it while it lasts, because before you know it, the leaves start falling and the snow starts falling too. But still, let's look at the skycast today. It's quiet, temperatures in the 80s this afternoon, dry weather across the board. By tonight, lows fall into the 60s, clear skies, great viewing of the sturgeon full moon. Then by tomorrow, we're up into the upper 80s to low 90s, plenty of sunshine, a great Sunday on tap. Although the heat might not be as intense in the higher elevations in the Adirondacks, you can see 79, 80 degrees maybe, while it's 91 in Little Falls. Then on Monday, this heat continues. 60s to start, in the 90s by the afternoon. So again, today, very warm, sunshine. Tonight, clear skies, lows in the 60s. 7-day forecast. Potential heat wave arrives Sunday through Tuesday next week. Storm chances increase by the middle of the week. Hopefully we get some beneficial rain there, but for now this drier pattern really continues to settle in. And our trivia question, glaciers hold what percentage of Earth's fresh water?
My goodness, I want to say Greenland has like 70%, but so it's got to be C or D, right? C.
Okay, locking in C. There you go. You got it right.
But is it less than 70% in Greenland then?
Well, in total, the Earth is around 68%.
Oh, okay.
But the majority of the deposits are in Greenland and around Antarctica. So those are the two main categories. So yeah, you got it right, 70%.
What a resource, my goodness. All right, thank you so much, Eric. That was a tough one. Well, we're going to talk about a little bit more about glaciers as well. So a first-hand
look at your forecast tonight at 6 with meteorologist James DeFazio. For the most part, the smoke has cleared out, been kind of nice.
It's really, really noticeably improved
Forgot the
today.
sky was blue.
It's thank you. That's exactly what I was going to point. It's so nice that sunny skies today allowed us to see blue skies instead of gray skies. And there's no better depiction than this right now. Take a look off the tower cam with the longer exposure. Looks very gray. Air quality is not poor at all. It is a slight hamper, a slight haze in the distance. When we look at downtown Utica, we get a true feel for what the weather is like right now. Beautiful, mostly sunny, very warm, plenty of blue skies. It's so nice to see this bright blue across the horizon yet again after these several days of gray skies despite the sunny weather. Smoke continues to stay light. It actually gets lighter as we head towards tomorrow morning. We're going to break down that forecast further coming up. Temperatures very warm right now. We're in the mid to upper 80s across New York State. 88 degrees currently in Rome with widespread sunshine. It's going to be a warm, dry evening. Dry weather continues on New York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We're continuing to track this very warm weather. Tonight, temperatures remain in the 80s for an extended period of time. Coming up, we're going to track what just may be a potential heat wave. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. We're staying on the story.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. As you can see off our Cappy Tower Cam there, we're dealing with mostly sunny skies and still slightly hazy conditions, but nothing like we've seen over the last 7 days. When we look at downtown Utica, you can get a good reference for just how much the air quality has improved. We've seen gray skies for the majority of this week, despite the fact that we've seen widespread sunshine. That changed today because the air quality drastically improved. The air quality is not unhealthy at all, despite it still being visible aloft on the tower cam. We expect these improvements to continue. Likely heat wave begins tomorrow. We're looking at 3 consecutive 90-plus degree days that begin tomorrow, and a very dry stretch of weather continues into next week. The next chance for rainfall doesn't come until Wednesday. 88 degrees with sunny skies in Rome. Got this sensor fixed a little while ago. I was trying to say that it was 110 in Rome, and the sensor broke for about 20 to 30 minutes. Very, very low dew points. We're not seeing high levels of humidity, and that we do see slightly more humid weather tomorrow, but not that oppressive tropical levels of humidity that we've seen at times this summer. Your York Full Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is quiet and dry, and it will remain that way. Remain with very, very slightly reduced air quality through the evening hours. As we head into tomorrow morning, we get a little bit of a break, near perfect air quality. Tomorrow afternoon, that light haze returns, but again, nothing air quality alert level, nothing unhealthy. We will continue to see blue skies. Clinton Tractor and Implement MoCast, 3 dry days ahead, 3 good opportunities to get the lawn cut if your lawn has somehow figured out a way to grow with these dry conditions. And we're building into this heat wave. We're forecasting a heat wave. 90 degrees on Sunday, 91 Monday, 91 Tuesday. We'll see if we can get 3 consecutive 90-degree temperature days to officially classify as a heat wave. Nevertheless, it's going to be very, very warm. And we still see no immediate end in sight. The 8 to 14-day temperature outlook for the week of the 17th through the 24th continues to show an above 50% probability of above average temperatures. Very dry weather continues tonight. Lows in the low to mid 60s in the Utica area, upper 50s for the rural areas. Tomorrow, a very warm day with highs in the upper 80s to low 90s. Highs right around 90 degrees for Utica and Rome tomorrow. One word to describe tomorrow, it's going to be hot. I'll look at your 7-day forecast. This heat wave continues to build into Monday and Tuesday. Fortunately, humidity levels don't look to get too extreme. We're looking at dew points that tick up into the mid-60s. Next chance for rainfall comes on Wednesday. Dry weather returns for the weekend with temperatures in the mid-80s.
News with Ben Kinney.
Good evening. We're starting off tonight's newscast with a story that some of you might call a little bit corny to lead things off. And meteorologist James Fazio joins us now with a look at your forecast. Beautiful day for things out there. You could hear at the end of that soundbite the organ playing. Man, I love playing that organ at the Capitol.
We're going to be entering what should be a heat wave.
Yeah.
It's going to be very close.
Up into the 90s.
It's going to be very close.
Yeesh.
We'll see if we can hit 90 each of these 3 consecutive days. We are forecasting 90, 91, and 91 for the next 3 days. If this does verify, that would be an official heat wave. And 3 consecutive 90-degree days is what is currently defined as a heat wave. Today we hit 89.1, so just came up a little bit short. Mostly clear skies and dry weather continues overnight tonight. It does cool down a decent amount for how warm it was today. We get down into the low 60s tonight. Dry weather continues on your Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Dry weather continues through the weekend. 68 degrees with clear skies, a light breeze at 3 miles an hour. These dew points are going to creep back up into the mid-60s by tomorrow. It's going to be slightly more humid than the weather we saw today. Lows tonight in the low 60s for the city of Utica. Some of the rural areas going to dip into the upper 50s. We warm up very quickly, though, tomorrow morning. By 11 a.m., we're already above the 80-degree mark. Tomorrow, simply hot. Hot with sunny conditions, highs near 90 degrees. Coming up, we'll take a more detailed look at that forecast. Ben?
All right, James, thank you very much. Staying on
The Storm Tracker 2 team, where we track storms. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist James DeFazio.
Good Saturday evening. We continue to track improving air quality with very sunny skies, a stretch of dry weather, and very hot weather building in. Take a look at downtown Utica, mostly clear skies. It's still a slight haze, but the air quality is not unhealthy. We're back to healthy levels of air quality. A very bit of light smoke still in the atmosphere. However, we're going to slowly watch that clear out as the weekend progresses. A likely heat wave begins tomorrow. We're tracking 3 consecutive 90-plus degree days. Then very dry weather continues into next week. The next chance for rainfall doesn't come until Wednesday. We're tracking the chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms for Wednesday afternoon and evening. 68 degrees with clear skies up in Rome. Not too much of a breeze. We're keeping an eye on the dew point. It is going to be more humid tomorrow than it was today. It's not going to be overly humid, but we are going to see dew points up into the mid-60s with those temperatures in the 90s, creating muggy conditions. Not overly humid, but definitely going to notice the uptick in humidity compared to today. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar is dry and quiet, and it's going to stay that way for several more days. Still a very, very light amount of smoke in the atmosphere, and not an unhealthy amount. Things begin to improve as the weekend progresses, especially Sunday night. A southerly wind kicks in Sunday night, and by Monday morning, we're over to near perfect levels of air quality. Your Clinton Tractor and Implement Mowcast. 3 dry days. If your lawn has found a way to, or if you've watered it, if it's found a way to grow, you'd have 3 great days to get out and do any outdoor activities that may need to be done. We're continuing to track very hot weather, and despite the fact the next several days are going to be warm, we're also tracking above average temperatures to remain likely through the end of August into the beginning of September. August 17th through August 24th, we're still looking at a 50 to 60% probability of above average temperatures. Lows tonight, about 60, low 60s for the city of Utica, right around 62 degrees. The rural areas, mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow we steadily warm up with sunny skies. Highs near 90 degrees for the city of Utica. Tomorrow night, very similar lows near low 60s with temperatures in the rural areas dipping into the upper 50s. And this warm temperatures just continue. Take a look at this forecast. We start the work week incredibly warm. Widespread sunshine Monday and Tuesday with highs in the low 90s. Scattered showers and thunderstorms work through Wednesday afternoon and evening. A couple of lingering showers Thursday morning before drier weather works in for Friday and Saturday with highs in the mid 80s. Be right back.